What do you mean
Nothing.
interrupted? We're live.
Here we go.
So we're on to the Warlock talent trees. You know how excited I am for this because I'm playing a Warlock right now in TBC or not TBC,
Rat.
Wrathsea. Wrathsea? Yeah, Wrathsea.
Rat classic.
Yeah. And Alliance for the first time since the last time Wrath came out. I know I feel a little dirty, right? Okay. But I just wanted to be a gnome so bad. Let's get started here on the Warlock tree. Initial impressions. I've always had my real quick before I get distracted when we start. I'll go over how we're gonna run over this video.
uh-huh.
So first off, Devil and I are gonna talk about how we played Warlock generally because this is the general Warlock tree. Then we're gonna
Yeah.
read all these talents because there's a lot of them, and reading's lame for a lot of people. I suck at reading, but it'll be fun anyway. Make fun of me in the comments, please. After we get done reading all the things, we're gonna talk. Or well, as we're reading them, we're gonna find the choose ones, and we're gonna talk about which one we're gonna pick for overall, like what we think we're gonna do just overall. Then we're gonna talk about how the talent tree looks as a talent tree and our thoughts on it, and then we'll end this video. You can catch us in a couple weeks when we will have build videos for like every spec in class because that sounds like fun. You can criticize those too. Uh, anyway, Devil, how you feeling about these Warlockies?
um, they feel. I mean,
Like your
just looking.
experience with them, just in general, not specifically with the
Uh,
spec.
like I say, I'm looking at the talents and it looks pretty smooth. But if you mean experience in general that I've had history with wise,
Yeah.
I've been. I've actually liked warlocks. I just couldn't rank it more than a mage. But I like playing warlocks. I liked playing Destruction Warlocks, and I've always liked playing Affliction too, but I've always hated when they remove Doom from Affliction.
Oh, so
And
like
I've always hated when they remove Metamorphosis from of Demonology.
the first character I ever rolled in World of Warcraft was a gnome rogue, and the second one was a gnome warlock. Um, the gnome warlock was the second character I ever hit max level with as well. I've kind of always had no, actually, it wasn't the gnome. I re-rolled it undead. But yeah, that undead warlock is so good. I've always had a warlock at or near max level. It's always been my one of my go-to alts.
Hmm.
They've just they're always so much fun. That's why I'm maining one in Wrath Classic right now. Uh, if all right, so let's get started on this. First off, we have Fell Domination. Instant 3-minute cooldown. Your next imp, Voidwalker, Incubus, Succubus, Fell Hunter, or Fell Guard summon spell is free and has its cast time reduced by 6 seconds. That's cool. Um, Next, we got for we're in the destruction one, so destruction's base talent will be Demonic Circle. Demonic Circle, 2% base minutes, summon a Demonic Circle for 15 minutes. Casting Demonic Circle to teleport to teleport teleport to its location and remove all movement speed slow effects. Kilrog's Cunning, that's the talent. You'll also learn Demonic Circle Teleport. It teleports you to your Demonic Circle and removes all movement slowing effects. So, this is actually one of my favorite skills in the entire game. And the Kilrog's Cunning there, if you control. or you cast Demonic Circle while summoning, or while controlling an Eye of Kilrog, in the circle will appear under the eye's location. So that was added in Mop, if I remember correctly. And you could make the eye fly. So when I was leveling my warlock through Mop, I didn't run through the Jade Forest like everybody else. I went straight to the Kunlai Summit by climbing the mountain
Yeah,
using
you climb over the
Demonic
mountain
Circle
using the demonic
and the
circle.
eye. It was one of my favorite clever uses of game mechanics. I believe I made it all the way to 2 moons without doing any quests, just and without walking like the long way around either. Like I took a straight shot, climbed straight up mountains. It took me like maybe 20 minutes as opposed
Yeah,
to
and
like the
using
40 minutes it took Devil to run around the pathway.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've used in Battlegrounds because the Eye of Kilrog has a passive slow fall,
Yeah.
and in Battlegrounds you can use it to get to roofs and stuff, and I can put the teleport on there and teleport to places where people can't get on top of logs and stuff.
Yeah. Now that
So
that
it's awesome.
tangent is over, because this is literally one of
Yeah,
the best skills in the game, I'm super glad it's here right up at the start. I'm gonna be taking it on any build,
still here. Yep.
guaranteed. Oh, and then we got the magical Burning Rush. The Burning Rush has returned. Increase your movement speed by 50%, but also damage you for 4% of your maximum health every 1 second. Movement speed movement impairing effects may not reduce you below 100% normal movement speed until cancelled. This ability is the one that I miss the most out of all of the abilities that we get and lose. I don't know if they still have it on retail. I played my Warlock in this last current expansion, but not having it in Wrath really is brutal.
What, Burning Rush?
Yeah, Burning Rush, such a good
Yeah,
ability. All right, so this video is not going to take forever. We're not going to talk about more abilities like this, even though the Warlock is super fun. We're just going to move at a quick pace through all these abilities. Um, yeah. Nostalgia mode over. Let's go. Quick Friends. Reduce the cooldown of Fell Domination by 30 seconds. So I imagine with 2 points, that's a minute. So it's every 2 minutes. And if your demon's dying every 2 minutes, you're really messing up. You got Demon Skin. Your Soul Leech Absorption now passively recharges at a rate of 0.2% of maximum health every 1 second and may now absorb up to 200% of maximum health. That's nifty. Curse of Enfeeblement. Let's see here. Grants access to the following abilities. Curse of Tongues forces an enemy to speak in demonic, reducing their cast time by 50%. For 15 seconds, Curse of Exhaustion reduces target's movement speed by 50% for 12 seconds. Causes a curse. A warlock can only have one curse active per target. See, my big problem with these curses, and it's always been this way, is that Curse of Agony shares a slot with them. And because Curse of Agony shares a slot with them, they're less useful. Because Curse of Agony is like such a big damaging ability. And you never want to not have it on the target. So it's kind of
yeah.
lame. I feel like they just need to drop that. Or do they change Curse of Agony to just Agony? I don't remember. Shadowlands has been terrible for my memory.
Yeah.
Amplified Curse. Instant 30-second cooldown requires Warlock. Your next Curse of Exhaustion, Curse of Tongues, or Curse of Weakness is amplified. Curse of Exhaustion reduces the target's movement speed by an additional 20%. Curse of Tongues increases cast time by an additional 40%, and Curse of Weakness, enemies are unable to critical strike. Wow, that's really good in PvP. Actually, I know how I can solve that question about the agony. Let's go see here. Is agony spec? Oh, agony isn't an ability baseline anymore? Yeah, if you look down at the class abilities, let's look at all of them real quick and make sure I'm not just derping out. Corruption, fear, drain life. No. My complaint about cursive enfeeblement or curses of enfeeblement goes away because Curse of Agony is not baseline anymore. That's kind of big. Moving on. Demonic Embrace, stamina increased by 10%. Then we've got Demonic Inspiration. Filling soul shards increases your haste by increases the haste of your primary pet by 5% for 8 seconds. Affliction and Destruction increase Grimoire of Sacrifice damage by 15%. Ooh. Foul Mouth. Reduce the cooldown of Amplify Curse by 10 seconds. Desperate Power. Drain Life heals you for 15% more, well below 50% health. Sweet Souls. Your health stone heals you for an additional 10% maximum health. Any party or raid member using a health stone also heals you for that amount. Ooh boy. That's going to be super good in raid. What you think, Devil?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, then we got the Dark Pack. Instant 1 minute cooldown. Sacrifice 20% of your current health shield. Of your current health to shield you for 250% of the sacrificed health plus an additional spell power times 5 for 20 seconds, usable while suffering under control impairing effects. Ooh, that's a good one. That is going to keep me from being able to just wreck them in PvP. Ichor of Devils, or Frequent Donor. Dark Pack Sacrifice. This is only 5% of your current health for the same shield value. Or reduce the cooldown of Dark Pact by 15 seconds. So either you get to drop it to 45 seconds or you get to reduce the sacrifice by 15% of your health. I would say Ichor of Devils is the definite way to go right here. What do you think, Devils? Are we using your Ichors?
Yes.
Yeah. Like, that is like you're gonna have to increase that frequent donor to like 30 seconds, but that'll make this ability way too useful, like frequent, because 30 seconds it only has a 10-second downtime, and with the current minute cooldown, it has a 40-second downtime. So the 15 seconds turns the 40-second downtime into a 25-second downtime.
There will still be uses because you still have the sacrifice can still be negated with a lot of
But
soul leech too.
but that sacrifice reduction of 15% is just too strong. I think it needs to
But
be 10.
I'm just saying, with a lot of soul leech that people can get, it can be negated still to 0.
Oh, okay. We'll have to play with this.
If they play it right. But yeah. But yeah, from baseline, nothing, then yeah, it would be 5%.
Yeah. A cured vitality. Drain life heals for 15%. The amount drained over 10 seconds. Okay. That's just another buff to drain life. Fell Synergy. Soul Leech also heals you for 25% and your pet for 50%. The absorption it grants. These are going to be really tanky. Resolute Barrier. Attacks received that deal at least 5% of your health. Decrease unending resolves cooldown by 10 seconds. Cannot occur more than once every 25 seconds. On the other side, we got Grimoire of Synergy. Damage done by your demon has a chance to grant the other one 5% damage for 15%. Do you get 2 demons? Because it says your other one. Oh, you or your demon. So if you deal damage, it buffs your pet, and if your pet deals damage,
your demon buffs you, and you buff your demon.
Yeah, that's right. I missed the or. Told you guys I sucked at reading. Claw of Endereth. Life drain now channels 30% faster and restores health 30% faster. Well, I mean, it could just say life drain happens 30% faster. Okay. Alright, back up here to the middle. We're just going to shoot straight down the middle. We got Abyssal Walker. Using Demonic Circle teleports your Demonic Gateway or your Demonic Gateway. Reduces all damage you take by 4% for 10 seconds. Ooh, I love it when they positively reinforce a good ability. Targets resurrect with Soul Stone. Resurrect with 20% additional health and 15% additional mana. So that 40 and 30?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Choose one. Get ready, devil. Strength of Will. Unending Resolve reduces damage taken by additional 15%. Demonic Durability. Reduce the cooldown of Unending Resolve by 45 seconds. Unending Resolve. What do you think, real quick, while I'm looking for Unending Resolve?
Strength of Will.
Unending Resolve has a 3-minute cooldown, hardens your skin, reduces all damage you take by 25%, and grants immunity to interrupt, silences, and pushback effects for 8 seconds. My goodness, at a 3-minute cooldown, we're gonna go with Demonic Durability.
It's a preference, but yeah.
I don't see the point in making a 3-minute cooldown much stronger than it is, especially with it being as strong as it is, unless you need to soak a specific thing.
That's what I'm saying.
But using it more often is just going to be more valuable at that cooldown. Like 45 minutes brings it down to 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Minus the duration of the ability, which I think was 8. Yeah, 8 seconds.
If you're going to use it a lot and get away, then yeah, the other one.
Yeah. Depends on how often you use it, though.
Yeah, I'm saying it's preference.
So link all, or 10% of all damage you take is taken by your demonic or demon pet instead. Affliction and Destruction, while Grimoire of Sacrifice is active, your stamina is increased by 10%. Nice. Soul Armor. When your health drops below 35%, the percentage of damage shared via your soul link is increased by an additional 5% affliction, and destruction. While Grimoire Sacrifice is active, your stamina is increased by 5%. I'm liking this. Capstone, choose one. Summon Soul Keeper. Inquisitor's Gauge. The hell is a Soul Keeper? Warlock. Summon a Soul Keeper that consumes all tormented souls you've collected, blasting nearby enemies for 22% spell power, chaos damage every 1 second for each tormented soul consumed. You collect tormented souls from each target you've killed and occasionally escape souls you've previously collected. Ooh. Summons an Inquisitor's Eye that attacks your enemies for 1 hour. It just gives you a second pet. That looks like. Like a little eye to shoot things. That's fucking dope.
Yeah, it's like a bet.
If you don't want to deal with this collecting tormented souls thing, I'm gonna go with Inquisitor's Gaze. Because I don't know this tormented souls thing. It might be better. I might try it out, but like my first impression here, because this is the first impressions video, is Inquisitor's Gaze with that hour fucking second pet. Like I'm a real big fan of the arcane familiar in the mage tree. So like having a fell familiar for a warlock is really cool, especially with all of these things that they've said so far about the Grimoire of Sacrifice. I think that's going to be a good one to go with the build that I'm probably going to end up going with. BTW probably going to use Grimoire of Sacrifice. Fell armor. When Soul Leech absorbs damage, 5% of damage taken is absorbed and spread out over 5 seconds. Reduce damage taken by 1.5%. On the outside, we got Imp Step. Reduce the damage dealt by Burning Rush by 25% and increase your speed by an additional 5%. What's it stack up to?
50.
And does it increase the...
10.
Yes! Oh my god! Up to 60% movement speed, so mount speed for 2% your health.
Burn. Yeah, 2% burn every 1 second for 60% speed.
So you can keep it active for 180 seconds before you'll... Yeah, over 180 seconds. Before you'll run out of steam, which means that's a pretty decent buff. That's a good talent. Howl of Terror or Mortal Coil? Howl of Terror, instant 40-second cooldown. Let loose a terrifying howl, causing 5 enemies within 10 yards to flee in fear, disorienting them for 20 seconds. Damage may cancel this effect. Or Mortal Coil, 2% base mana, instant, 20-yard range, 45-second cooldown, horrifies an enemy into fleeing, incapacitating for 3 seconds, and healing you for 25% of maximum health. So it depends on what you're doing, but hands down, well leveling, and in most situations, I'm going to pick Mortal Coil.
Yeah, I got Mortal Coil still.
Yeah. Alrighty. Next, we've got Wrathful Minion. Filling a soul shard increases the damage done by your primary pet by 5% for 8 seconds. Affliction and Destruction Grimoire of Sacrifice increases damage by 15%. I'm going to have fun making this build. Demonic Fortitude increases you and your pet's maximum health by 6%. Banish Banish 1.5% base mana, 30-yard range, 1.5-second cast. Requires Warlock. Banishes an enemy, demon, aberration, greater banish, undead, or element, preventing any action for 30 seconds. Limit 1. Casting Banish again on the target will cancel its effect. Can we adjust these tooltips so that we have all of the base options before the edited option? Okay, go down here. We read Greater Banish real quick. Increase the duration of Banish by 30 seconds. So that will make it last a minute. And it now affects undead. Nightmare. When fear ends, the target is slowed by 15% for 4 seconds. Demonic Gateway. Creates a demonic gateway between two... Oh, wait, I forgot to read all the other shit. Demonic Gateway, 20% base mana, 10 to 40-yard range, 2-second cast, 10-second cooldown. Creates a demonic gateway between two locations. Activating the gateway transports the user to the other end of the demonic gateway. Each player can use the demonic gateway only once per 1.5 minutes. This thing is so good in raid and anywhere that you can get it set up. It's so useful to have that. I love how much utility the warlocks bring to the table. Yeah. Shadow Fury. Stunny 1% base mana, 1.5-second cast time, 1 minute cooldown. Stunny stuns all enemies within 8 yards for 3 seconds. All enemies. Lifeblood. When using a Healthstone, gain 7% leech for 20 seconds, not 7 seconds. Does that go up to 14 and 40?
It's 15% for 20 seconds.
What's the cooldown on them Healthstones?
I think it's 2 minute to 3 minute internal.
Okay, create Healthstone doesn't tell me.
Well, you create Healthstone indefinitely, but to use one and then wait for another use.
Yeah, no, I went down to the tooltip to see if the Healthstone tooltip told me.
Well, it's still the same.
I don't know. I don't know what it is right now. It could be 15 seconds for all I know.
Well, here's the cooldown of a potion.
Not anymore.
It still does.
Does it?
Yeah.
I thought they took that out again. Dark Fury. Or Shadow Flame. Reduce the cooldown of Shadow Fury by 15 seconds and increases the radius by 2 yards, making it even more broken than it already was. Shadow Flame. Instant. 15-second cooldown. Slows enemies in a 12-yard cone in front of you by 70% for 6 seconds. I don't even understand why they get that, but okay. I think I go with Dark Fury because I don't want that extra button. And making Dark Fury a 10-yard radius. Or Shadow Fury, not Dark Fury. And bringing its cooldown to 45 seconds. Pretty good.
Well, no, Shadow Fury doesn't replace Shadow Fury.
I know Dark Fury. It's a adjustment to it. So it drops the cooldown from a minute to 45 seconds and then increases the radius up to 8 yards. Or, not 8, 10 yards. Opposed to a whole nother button that only does a slow.
Yeah, it's super slow.
I mean, I guess if you want the slow is good, but I don't like extra buttons I don't need.
Yeah, first you gotta see how many buttons they have when they get in there.
Teaching of the Black Harvest. Your primary pet gains a bonus effect. Imp successful sends magic cost grants target 4% damage reduction for 5 seconds. Voidwalker reduces the cooldown of Shadow Bulwark for 30 seconds. Bell Hunter reduces the cooldown of Devour Magic by 5 seconds. Satyr, or Sade? Syad?
Huh?
The Teachings of Black Harvest. I think it's Sayad. Reduces the cooldown of Seduction by 10 seconds and causes the target to walk faster towards the demon. Demonology Felguard reduces the cooldown of Pursuit by 5 seconds and increases the maximum range by 5 yards. Moving on. Soul Conduit. Every soul shard you spend has 5% chance to be refunded. Hey, how come the Black Harvest thing didn't give us a bonus to Grimoire of Sacrifice? Demonic Resilience. 100-yard range reduces the chance you will be critically struck by 2%, and all damage your primary demon takes is reduced by 8%. Does that go to
15?
15? And is it still 2%?
It's 4.
4? Cool. And then the final talent, Soul Burn. Consumes 1 soul shard instant cast. Consumes a soul shard, unlocking the hidden power of your spells. Demonic Teleport increases your movement speed by 50% and makes you immune to snares and roots for 8 seconds. Demonic Gateway can be cast instantly. Holy banana crackers. That's going to be cool. Drain life, gain an Drain life, gain an absorb shield equal to the amount of healing done for 30 seconds. Health Funnel restores 140% more health and reduces damage taken by your pet by 30% for 10 seconds. Hellstone increases the healing of your Hellstone by 30% and increases your maximum health by 20% for 12 seconds. Wow, I am super impressed with this Warlock tree. Like, there's not a whole lot of damage in the base tree here, but there is a lot of survivability, which is cool because that's what the Warlock has over the Mage, is utility and survivability. And, like, a lot of people think that Warlocks don't need survivability or as much, but they do because they're a damage over time based class. So, like, they need to be alive longer because their combat should theoretically be longer. I hope the dots have or increased duration because I feel like they work too fast in retail, as opposed to like Wrath, where I'm really enjoying the duration of the dots because, like, I feel like I have time to do things before I have to reapply them. But yeah, I'm impressed with this tree. What about you, Devil?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
I'm excited for this Grimoire of Sacrifice build. Because there are so many talents in here, and I really like it that it affect Grimoire of Sacrifice. So, like, if you take all of these things, Grimoire of Sacrifice gets better with each talent you take in the base tree, and it's a spec-specific talent. Well, it's 2 specs, because Demonology's not getting it. I'm interested to see where they put it in the trees. Like, how far down do I got to get to this? Because, like, yeah,
Grimoire Sacrifice again?
Huh?
Where was Grimoire Sacrifice again?
So, Grimoire of Sacrifice is a spec ability in Destruction and Affliction.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at the trees yet, so I don't know where it is in the tree. I want to go look for it right now, but I don't, because I want to be fresh for the videos. But yeah, so what do you guys think of the trees? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that bullshit. We will catch you later with these other trees.
Yeah, burst.
This is Daftjack signing out.
Peace.
Oh, where's my button?